Hi.
so sorry. We actually have Monk Jackie today. Okay, let me flip the switch and introduce Monk Jackie instead. A little bit about Monk Jackie. He's got a similar goal, which is to help spread meditation.
bring joy to our own self, right? When we give, we feel happy. On into why that is very important. And okay, I guess we are all listening, right? Um, yeah. So that's what I like to share to you. An infinite gift, something you can access at all times throughout your lifetime, cannot be broken, cannot be destroyed, and cannot be taken away from you. But you can still give them if you have enough of them. Okay. This gift, I know some of us may start to know what it is actually already. And that's really good. Some of us may even have it already, but we're going to accumulate even more today. And that gift is the gift of which leads also to less chance of having anxiety, having negative feelings, having things that could bring our mind down or take our mind away from happiness. It also gives us peace, which and leads also throughout the day. If we can connect to it at all having times, anxiety, with having negative mind, feelings, with a bright, having things that could bring our mind down or take our mind away from we will have better it also gives us peace, decision making leads also throughout the day. If we can connect to with your loved ones, your family, and a lot more people around you. That would be a great thing, right? Great thing to do so. Now, would you like if this piece could be shared with your loved ones, your family, in this world, have and a lot more people around you inside as well? When everyone if this in the world piece could be shared with your loved ones, your family, and a lot more people around you, it may take a while. It may take some work, but it is not impossible. Only when we work together. When everyone if this piece could be shared with your loved ones, your family, and a lot more people around you, it may take a while because we cannot. It may take some work. But it is not as much of this piece as we can. Only when we work together. If this piece could be shared with your loved ones, I did say that I have something very special to share to you today. So it's coming up soon. So world peace could be attained through giving true peace and true happiness, in which we are doing today. And in order to do that, we need to be still in our mind. That's the method. That's the ultimate way to practice meditation. Stillness is the key to success. We all know this. Some of us are new, for sure. But this is still there, and it will be there at all times as the ultimate method of the practice of meditation. Whether we're just starting or whether we've gone far in our meditation already, we still have to keep our mind still. right? There's no, it is hard to neglect being comfortable. So be as comfortable as you can. Relax your body, relax your mind, free your mind from worries. And that's how we're going to be able to steal our mind. There's a very special video that I made for you. But before that, let's go here first. A teaching from our master that there's only one principle of attaining Dhamma. That one principle is to be still. Okay, attaining Dhamma is the same as attaining true peace.
คือไม่ต้องทำอะไรเลย ทำเฉยๆง่ายไหม นี่จะแค่ทำเฉยๆคือโน้ตฮาวตรงนี้ถ้าไม่ขยายมนุษย์ทั้งหลายทั่วโลกได้รับทราบมันน่าเสียดายเนี่ยจะไอ้ที่จะตั้งใจให้ทุกคนในโลกได้รู้เห็น เพราะมันเป็นสิ่งที่ง่ายนะที่มนุษย์สามารถเข้าถึงความสุขได้อย่างง่ายๆประหยัดสุดประโยชน์สูงเลยต้องเสียตังค์ด้วยแค่นั่งเฉยๆหาจุดสบายให้เจอนี่จะอาการ พูดว่าไงนะจ๊ะสบายตรงไหนสบายตรงไหนโดยไม่คำนึงถึงศูนย์กลางกายเลยนี่นะเอาตายเผลอไปบอกโน้ตฮาวแล้วทีนี้ใจมันจะเป็นอย่างนี้พอเจอจุดสบายไม่ว่าอยู่นอกตัวอยู่ใกล้ตัวอยู่ในตัวเดี๋ยวมันจะไปลงกลางตัวเองง่ายไหม จำไม่ได้แล้ว
Are you able to follow that? Could you read the subtitle and understand what he was saying? I see some noddings. Yes. Okay. Very nice. Thank you so much. That was our master, the direct teaching from our master that you just and there is already true peace, true happiness waiting for you at the center. He even mentioned having brightness at the center, just waiting for you to take already. Right? So that's you always have this point of peace, this point of comfort with you, in which we'll find together today. And when you have that, you can connect to that, and you'll be right back to where you feel peaceful and comfortable. Have a clear mind and being able to make good decisions and just live life happily. Right? So this very important point in our meditation is something very special that we like for us all to receive tonight. And that is true peace, true happiness. And when we are bright, the world will be bright too. Right? That is it for our meditation talk. The video that I just showed you usually is only in Thai, right? And I don't see many videos on how to meditate that the master actually taught about that's really translated into English. So hopefully this makes it a lot more understandable that what we're practicing is actually correct already. And when we follow this within very easily as well. So tonight, let's take that into practice and see how much peace we can accumulate. But before that, let's start from lighting the outer candle, right? The outer light as a symbol that our mind is ready to attain the inner peace, the inner light, and share that brightness with the world altogether. So let's candle softly and gently light that candle and have it be as the symbol for our true peace, true happiness all together. พี่ครับอาจจะขอเพลงนิดนึงครับผม
Humming. Okay.
Wow, that was beautiful. Seeing all of us putting your candles together from Azusa as well in Silicon Valley. Welcome all of us. Now, are we all ready to receive that gift all together? Give ourselves the ultimate gift of true peace, true happiness. See, most of us are ready. just so that your face feel nice and relaxed. Your cheeks feels nice and relaxed. Your whole head, your neck, your shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Let's make sure that they are all relaxed. This first step in meditation, in relaxing our body, is one of the most important steps in meditation. So let's take our time together and make sure that every part of our body is free from tension and feels nice, relaxed, and comfortable. Our torso, our abdomen, our legs, our feet, all the way to the tips of our toes. Make yourself feel good. Give yourself the relaxation it needs. And if you feel good, feel right, feel nice, and that shows that you are already practicing really, really well. You'll know for yourself if you like the feeling or not. And if you like the feeling, you're already coming onto the right path, getting closer and closer to the source of true happiness within. All that we need to do now, while being relaxed, calm, and comfortable like so, is to just let go of all of our worries. Let go of all of our tasks, responsibilities. Let it rest aside for now and spend this very precious time that we have all together and accumulate as much peace, as much of this positive feeling as we all can. The more we're able to receive this positive energy, the brighter our mind becomes, the calmer our mind becomes, the more still our mind becomes. Thus our mind will get closer and closer to where it feels even more comfortable inside, thus feeling that way as well. And whatever happens in our meditation, all that we need to do is the simple and same thing that we did earlier, which is to maintain the relaxation and the calmness of our body and mind. that sensation flourish throughout our body, flourish throughout our mind. Immerse our attention, our awareness with that calm and comfortable feeling, with that peace, with that relaxation. And our mind will automatically become cleaner, become pure, until a point comes in our meditation where we'll be able to actually experience that purity, the clarity of our mind. And again, if that happens, or what appears in our meditation, all that we need to do is just to keep our body and mind calm, relaxed, and comfortable. Don't worry about anything at all. If you're able to keep your mind that way right now, feeling good, feeling relaxed, and just enjoying that relaxation, you're doing amazing. You're on the right path. You're receiving that beautiful gift of true peace, true happiness already. Keep the mind with that wonderful feeling. Keep the mind with that peace, that relaxation, and more of the positive energy will be accumulated inside of our mind. While being relaxed, while being calm and comfortable like so. Let's take a little observation of where it feels most comfortable in the vast empty space that we're in right now. Does it feel comfortable in front of you? Does your mind feel comfortable resting around your chest? Or does your mind feel comfortable resting around the center of your body? Around your abdomen, in the middle of our stomach? Take a little observation to see where our mind feels good resting, feels calm and comfortable just being there, and allow our mind to do what it likes, to rest where it likes, to enjoy that sensation at that point of comfort. And once it's able to do that, it will give to us even more peace, even more happiness. The more we receive, the more we have. The more peace and happiness we have, the more we could share. The more amount and the more people we could share that true peace, true happiness to. And the brighter the world becomes. brightened by true peace, true happiness. And it is the greatest brightness of all. So for this time, let's keep ourselves calm, relaxed, and comfortable. Keep our mind where you feel is right for you. Whenever it goes off wandering or is disconnected from this point of peace, don't worry about it at all. Don't worry. Practice with ease. Keep it easy for yourself. Keep it simple. Softly and gently readjust whenever you need to. And your mind will come right back to that point of peace inside of you. The more we practice, the easier it becomes. And a point would come when your mind will be at this point at all times, without you even trying or forcing the mind to. It just feels good to be there and wants to be there automatically. Just like the way we breathe. Our mind will naturally have peace and have happiness if at any point you like to use an object of visualization to help the mind stay calm and peaceful at that place where it likes, then feel free to. If you like to use a mantra, helping the mind calm itself down and accumulate even more peace, then feel free to allow your mind to do that. Or if you'd just like to let go of all worries, not have any visualizations or mantra, just to stay calm, quiet, still, and comfortable. If you like that, then go with what you feel good for yourself. And the better we take care of our body and our mind, the more happiness it will give to us. So let's take this time, this very, very precious time of ours, a very limited time that we have together, to accumulate as much stillness, as much peacefulness, purity, positivity, the clarity of our mind as we can. And let's enjoy our meditation in silence together for this time being. as our body and mind is relaxing. As our mind becomes cleaner, purer, from resting at a point where it likes. Our mind would have now accumulated a good amount of positive energy. And at that point where our mind is residing, is resting, feeling good and comfortable, let's softly and gently expand that positive energy outwards. Expand that brightness and that clarity, our love, our compassion, our kindness outwards until it reaches everyone in this meditation room that we're all in. Cleansing away all negativities, all impurities as it expands. And let that brightness, that positivity keep on expanding. Keep on expanding until it covers up our whole neighborhood. And let it reach out further and further until it covers up the whole city that we're in. Till it covers up the whole country, the whole continent, and the whole world. Seeing this world clean, clear, and bright and shining. With our compassion, with our peace, with all of our positive energy together. Us meditating here from all across America. Sharing our love and kindness to this whole world. Let's wish for everyone in this whole world to always be able to find true peace, true happiness inside of themselves. Have love, have compassion in their mind for themselves and for everyone around them. May all beings be free from harms, from dangers, from sufferings, diseases, wars, hatred, anger, all negativities, all impurities. May everyone be able to live a healthy and happy life, free from all obstacles towards their wholesome goals. May all beings be able to still their mind quickly and easily at all times. Have true peace, true happiness at all times. May all beings reach the utmost of happiness as soon as possible. Let's take a moment to share our love and kindness together. have shared our peace, our love with everyone in this world already. Feeling good, feeling nice and relaxed. Let's softly and gently bring our attention back to ourselves. Softly and gently feel the relaxation, the sensation around our whole body. Bring our mind slowly and gently to the point where it feels most comfortable at this moment. Could be in front of us, next to us, or at the center of our body. And when our mind is there and ready, feeling good, still, and comfortable, let's wish for ourselves to always be happy, always be healthy, wealthy, wise, successful, fulfilled in all our wholesome wishes. Be free from harms, dangers, sufferings, diseases. Be free from all obstacles of life, all negativities, all impurities. May we all be loved, respected, protected, and welcomed wherever we go. Be able to still our mind quickly and easily at all times. Access true peace, true happiness, quickly and easily at all times. May we all reach the utmost of happiness as soon as possible. And let's take a moment to wish for ourselves for what we need. And as we are coming towards the end of our meditation, let's take a moment to make sure that we're still feeling good, feeling relaxed, feeling comfortable. And to keep this gift of peace and happiness with us even after we end our session. We all have this place in our mind that we can access at all times and receive positive feelings, positive energy, peace and tranquility that we could share. So let's reconnect back to this feeling, this point of peace as often as we can throughout the day, throughout our week, when we're working, when we're doing other activities. So we'll be like superhumans who have peace in their mind at all times while doing everything in between. So cherish this gift and reconnect back to it as often as we can. And now that we're at the end of our meditation, let's softly and gently end our session and open our eyes. Sapphe Buddha Balapatta Bajjega Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Shena Rakhang Pandhami Sapaso Sapaputthanupavena Sapathammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Satha Soti Bhavantu Te. And welcome, all of us, back to our meditation room from connecting to that point of peace inside, right? Hopefully you all enjoyed that session altogether. Even if you feel you could only connect to that point of peace for 1 second, 2 seconds, or even more, right? That shows that your meditation was successful, really successful already. There's that point of peace inside of all of us, waiting for us at all times. Just a matter of if we want to connect to it or not. And I encourage us all to connect to it as often as we can, be with it as often as we can. And we'll learn to be with it, and our mind will have this habit of just being peaceful, being relaxed at all times as well. So, happy holidays, everyone. Enjoy your days and be happy, be peaceful. Share that peace with as many people as you like, as you can. Rejoice in all your merits.
Thank you so much, Monk Jackie. That was a beautiful experience. And I really enjoyed the segment with the subtitles at the bottom. That was actually very profound if you read it and could connect with it. So thank you, Venerable. With regards to the next step, next portion, you guys, we do have a feedback QR code that will be popping up for you to fill out. This is a great way for us to learn about what we're doing well, how we can improve. So as soon as you log off of your chat, this will come up as well, or you can definitely fill it out when you have a moment by simply scanning that QR code. Also, please note that our next full moon meditation session is going to be on January 25th of actually next year. We're coming right around that. It's going to be on Thursday. So if you can mark that on your calendar, again, that's going to be January 25th. Invite your friends and family to join. This is a great way to really spread inner peace and inner happiness by meditating together under the full moon. So again, please mark that on your calendar, January 25th next year on Thursday. Other announcements, if you don't already have it, please do download our app MindGym. You can go onto the website mindgym.org. This is a great resource. You can download the app where you'll get notifications of our upcoming full moon meditation sessions. On top of that, on the website, you can find our different meditation centers. Simply go under locations. This contains all of our meditation centers throughout the US, and then you can connect with those centers, find out when their meditation classes are, and then connect with them as well, your local center. Other things too as well, we do have other programs that give you a resource for meditating with us. We're going to pop that up in a few moments here. Our other resources that you can connect and continue to meditate outside of these meditation sessions that we have for full moon. You can also join us on Mind Stories. You can join us on Late Night as well, in addition to Peacetime. And of course, our app MindGym. That's a great tool to meditate with us. We've got many different teachers, over 100 different audio tracks as well, for you to meditate outside of the online sessions and at the convenience of your own home. Okay, and then with that, we now have our QA portion, which is one of my favorites. So if we can invite Monk Jackie back onto the session, and then we'll start the Q&A portion. Hey, Monk Jackie.
Hello.
Okay, so this is my favorite part of the full moon meditation session. This is where we can learn from one another. So for those who are on chat, or if you're at a meditation session, a meditation center, please do send any questions that you have to the moderator there, or you can pop it out up on the chat as well. This is a great opportunity to learn from one another. So if you have any questions at all with regards to your meditation practice, anything that you want to learn about meditation, again, this is a great time to ask our teacher, Monk Jackie. So please feel free to pop it up on chat, and then we'll start with our Q&A portion. All right.
In regards to the Q&A, you could also share your meditation experiences, how you felt. I mean, if you meditated, well, if you like the feeling of meditation, feel free to express that, right? That would be amazing to hear. Or if you have some questions regarding your experiences, or if whether you're practicing correctly or not, if the feeling that you felt in meditation was an experience or not, feel free to ask all those questions. Okay, that would be
So
very
Monk
nice.
Jackie, I do have a experience that came through and a question in one. It actually came directly to me. This from Michael Lubberfield. His question is, in the beautiful song that has been played at the end of the full moon meditation session for at least the last 2 months, the lyrics of the song includes, let's eliminate all conflict and eliminate all differences. I agree with eliminating conflict. However, I personally feel the differences among people can be good and can be a source of strength, and therefore I do not seek to eliminate differences. Monk Jackie, could you please explain what is meant in the song by eliminating all differences? Thank you.
All differences, in this case, the differences that causes the conflicts. So differences are beautiful, of course, on the outside, and we are different, everyone. But sometimes these differences could be the cause of some misunderstandings between a person and another person as well, thus causing conflicts. So eliminating differences in this case means that our mind comes and rests and resides at the same place, everyone in this world, at the point where we feel most comfortable. And that's the similarity that we all in the world could understand, the feeling of peace, of happiness. Thus, if all our mind resides at the same place, we all feel peace, we all feel happiness, the same thing, everyone throughout the world. That's eliminating the differences. That's what the song means.
Thank you, Venerable. All right, so our next question is from Parana, and the question is, I have been meditating often for a year, but I still cannot see much progress in meditation and myself. Why and what should I do? Thank you for that question.
Wow. Yeah. So you could ask yourself whether or not you start to understand more about meditation already from the first day, or whether is it easier to meditate now than when you did when you first started, right? All these things does mean progress, right? The only way we're not progressing is that we don't actually meditate at all. So if you meditate every day for the whole year, you're already progressing. Okay. You can also see whether or not your mind rests easier at the place where it feels comfortable, right? Because at first, when we're starting to practice, it may be a little bit difficult to understand where that point of comfort actually is, how to rest our mind, how to relax our body, what to do in our meditation. But if it becomes easier and easier, and you can access that point more easily, then you are already progressing. In terms of meditation experience, sometimes we would feel that we only come across the same and similar experience, that there's no new ones, right? Don't worry about that at all. Is my sound okay? Right? All right, so don't worry about that at all. If you come across, let's say, your body feeling light, you feel the expansion, you feel some sort of movements inside of your mind, and that's good meditation experience. You can start from that point. Get to that point more and more often, right? If you feel like there's nothing new, don't worry about that. Get to the same point more and more often. The more we get to it, we have 24 hours in the day. If we could, let's say, the amount of practice of meditation we do in a day is around an hour, right? Because we only have time for that. Well, we could increase the time up a little bit, not in the session though, but outside of the session, meaning that you can maintain that 1 hour, right? If you could do more than 1 hour, that would be good for meditation sessions. But let's say that's the limited time you have. So with that hour, get as much of that peace as you can. But when you go outside of the session, then you have the other 23 hours actually to reconnect to that feeling as often as you can, right? And that is going to tremendously improve your meditation experience by actually connecting to that peace inside of your mind throughout the day, pretty much that. And that's something that you can try and take into practice. But one other thing to keep in mind also, that if we have the same meditation experiences, for some people it might be brightness, some people might have some other visuals, and they come across these experiences a lot and doesn't seem to have anything new. Well, these brightnesses, these visuals, they may be similar looking, but they may also be different. Let's say if you're walking into a forest, right? There's a path, and on the side, there are trees. The trees along the path may look the same, but as you progress further, it is a different tree. So it could be the same way in your meditation. You're going further and further, thus you're experiencing something similar, but they're not exactly the same. And that doesn't mean you're not improving, right? You're actually going forward and forward, maybe experiencing something similar. But as you move forward and forward, eventually something new will come to you. So keep on being relaxed and comfortable. That's the main key. If you can do that all day long, you'll definitely see new experiences, to be frank, and maybe giving you more confidence that you're actually improving and not just being where you are all this time.
Thank you, Venerable. So we have a question from Willa. She's 9 years old, and her question is, can you meditate anywhere? And if you can, how are some ways you can center your mind when there's a lot of noise around you?
Very good question. It is a little bit difficult. First question first, can you meditate everywhere? And the answer is yes, right? How do you meditate where there's a lot of noises? Well, it takes a lot more practice. At first, putting yourself in an environment like this, in the meditation room, and just a nice and quiet, cozy place would be most ideal for meditation practices. We get to focus a lot on just giving our mind peace and tranquility. But when something loud does happen, sometimes it does bring our mind away from that source of happiness inside. The more we practice, though, the more we'll be able to not worry too much about the noises. The more we'll be able to keep our mind with the focused state and be with that happiness inside. Right? So that's pretty much the answer. Practice more and more until the mind becomes stable enough that it neglects the sounds, the distractions automatically. That's inside of the session, though. Outside of the session could be a little bit different because there are more distractions than just noise, right? We could have distractions from seeing things, right? Seeing all the things on the outside, pretty much that takes our mind away from that point of comfort inside. We could hear things, we could smell things, we could actually touch something, and all these senses take our mind away from that source of comfort or peace inside of our mind. Not necessarily that they are bad things, it's just what it does, you know. Sometimes it brings us happiness, but it's a little bit of a different happiness from the happiness inside, and if we like to have that comfort inside and connect to that point of peace, right? But When we're outside of the sessions, walking around, going about our days, a very good practice to take into from getting our mind distracted from peace is to have an object of visualization with you. Something you feel good resting your mind with, a crystal sphere, the sun, the moon, a star, a diamond. Having that visualized object with you would keep your mind centered, would keep your mind with the point of peace more easily. And the more you practice, the better you'll get, of course, right? The same as everything in our life. Yeah, and then it will become more and more natural. The same way we breathe without any distractions disrupting it on the outside, we'll be able to do the same thing with meditation inside of our mind as well. Very good question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is, especially from a 9-year-old. That's a very good question indeed. So you can tell that she's definitely been practicing. So Venerable, here's another question. It's from Karen Demigen, and her question is, I think about meditating more than I actually meditate. How can I get myself to sit and be still without it feeling forced?
Very, very good question once again. So to not force it, simply what if you saw the video, there is a place where our mind feels comfortable. Everyone has this point of comfort. It is called the point of comfort, right? Everyone has this. And if you can observe when you close your eyes, relax your body, you could sense where your mind rests and feels good, feels comfortable. Rest your mind there, and the sense of forcing, the sense of trying to keep the mind still will be eliminated automatically. Your mind wants to be where it feels good, it feels comfortable, so finding that spot will help the mind become still automatically on its own without any force or anything. At first, there might be some distractions, some wandering thoughts that comes into play. Don't worry about that. If you can do it for 1 second, you're successful already. All that you need to do is bring it back when you feel the mind is ready to come back, right? Or where you feel you notice that your mind is distracted. Bring it back. When it goes away again, bring it back. When it goes away again, bring it back. That repetition of practicing correctly would build a new habit for the mind of it coming to a place that is comfortable for it. And then when that habit is built, the mind just would be there automatically on its own, naturally as well. So that's how you would practice without forcing the mind.
Thank you, Venerable. So we've got several questions and comments from the Meditation Center here in Georgia. The first question is, I fell asleep. I was so relaxed. Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. Falling asleep in meditation is pretty much very normal, and it is because the body gets to rest and the mind gets to rest a little bit as well. So it could be considered as a good thing that you could freshen up a little bit, get your body rested well and your mind rested well. The thing is that if we fall asleep, it will be a little bit difficult to maintain the balance between awareness and comfort, which would lead our mind to a point of standstill, in which would access us to deeper and deeper peace that's waiting for us inside. It's not a bad thing at all. But if we want to progress to further in meditation, then we need to have the awareness. Okay? Here's what we could do. Before we fall asleep, there would be a gap, a period of time of being awake. I think my camera is a little stuttering. Is this okay? But my sound is all right, right?
Yeah, you're back on, Pete. It was a little shaky, but it's fine now.
Okay. So let me change this camera, see what happens.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So when we fall asleep, usually we don't fall asleep straight away, right? There would be a gap time between staying awake and falling asleep. During that period, if it's just for 1 minute, 2 minutes, if you can catch that feeling, if you maybe think about it, all right? If you remember that feeling and you can connect to that feeling, having awareness and relaxation during that period of time and connect to it more and more during a session, that's how your meditation will grow. Okay. Sometimes we do feel tired in a meditation. In that case, we could use something to bring our awareness up, such as visualization or using mantras. That's going to get us a little bit fresher and more focused in meditation. But sometimes it also doesn't help because the body feels really, really tired. If we use this method already and it doesn't help, then maybe opening our eyes, drinking some water, doing some stretches. These things would help freshen our body up a little bit and bring awareness back to the point of balance between that and comfort. If we've done that already and our body still feels tired and wants to fall asleep, then maybe getting up and freshening ourselves, washing our face, and come back to meditate, to practice having the balance between awareness together, again, would help a lot to progress our meditation further. If that still doesn't work, if we still feel tired after doing all of that, then let your body rest. Don't worry about that. If you have an hour of meditation, you let your body rest for 30 minutes. You still have the other 30 minutes with the ability to practice the balance between awareness and comfort, thus improving your meditation. But if you fall asleep the whole hour, then there would be less chance of improving your meditation, improving the practice of the balance. Okay. In this case, shows that the body really needs rest and really needs taken care of. Having enough sleep at night would help with this situation. Having enough food, not too much, not too little, drinking enough water, having enough exercises would help in these circumstances. And when we're able to take care of our body well, our meditation will be well as well. And we'll be able to receive a lot of true peace, true happiness that's waiting for us inside. Some of the things you could try and take into your practice. It does work. It does work. See for yourself if it does work for that matter. Okay.
Thank you, Venerable. So we have a couple questions that have come in from the meditation center over here in Georgia, Venerable. One of the questions, I hope I can get to all of them, but I'll do my best. One of the questions is, what is the brightness experienced during meditation? I notice it, but I am unsure what it means or where it comes from.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's for you to figure out for yourself. Not because I don't know, right? But it's because you will sorry about that. Because you will be able to get to that point eventually of finding out what is exactly causing that brightness to happen. It is actually the natural state of our mind, being bright, being brilliant, being luminescence, right? The same way as you see the light in your room, it is bright because of the light bulb, right? There's a source of that brightness. Your mind has the source of that brightness also. So, but it's for you to see for yourself of what that is. If I share it with all of us, maybe it will cause some anticipation or some, let's say, some thoughts mixed in the process of attaining the actual meditation experience. And that's what we're trying to keep the experience as pure as possible. So what that shows when you experience the brightness is that you are meditating correctly already. Remember what you did. Remember the feeling that led you to that brightness, okay? if you can access that, connect to that point more and more times, you come more across that brightness. And the more you get to that point, again, just by doing the same thing over and over again, you start to see the source of that brightness. Okay, it will become clearer. Your mind will become clearer, and you'll be able to get what is exactly happening, what is actually happening. And that's when meditation gets more and more interesting, of why when we close our eyes is there brightness. It's supposed to be nothing at all, right, when we close our eyes, but yet there is something waiting for us to uncover. And that's really something that meditation can give us.
So, Venerable, I just
Very
like to
nice
add,
experience.
that's the gift, right, that we often talk about, that we unwrap in meditation. That's the gift that you find out for yourself.
Yes, that is the gift.
So, Venerable,
That is the gift.
we have a couple more questions that hopefully we can get to before the end of our session. This one's an interesting question too, Venerable. So the question is, how can you describe self and non-self from the ego? And that's from Georgia.
Describe self and non-self, right?
From the ego.
A very good. For the ego, I think this is more of a practice when we come across contemplations, right, in our meditation. What is self? Usually it is holding on to what belongs to us, or for example, our name, that it is us, that it is we, that we are. It gets a little bit difficult to understand and could be a little contradicting. But let's say, what is causing us to feel pain when something happens to us emotionally, right? That could be that ego, that self that we all have. I'm going to switch camera a little bit. Right? So that is ourselves. For not having the sense of that self could be considered as a non-self as well. Thus, not worrying too much about some things that affect our self, our mind, and not having reactions to them in a negative way, right? Being able to keep the body and mind neutral and still. That would be having the non-self, okay, considered as the non-self, right? So that's that. And we could take this into the practice of meditation by learning what affects our mind in a negative way. Right? If we know that, and we're able to let go of those things, means that we're not really attached to ourself, thus being able to keep our mind still and calm and enter further within to our real self. And that's where we're actually trying to get to. And it's, let's see for ourselves of what that real self actually is.
Excellent answer. Thank you, Venerable. Excellent answer to a difficult question, I think. Because yes, it is definitely complex, but I think you answered it very poignantly. I can't say that word, sorry. All right, so Venerable, we have a question from Pam. Her question is, may I ask a question, please? When we get to good experiences often, sometimes there is a kind of unintentional anticipation that occurs while the experience is happening. How can we improve on that?
That's a very good question. Also, for example, if we come across brightness, if we come across some vastness, some feeling of expansion, right? Sometimes we do the same thing. We relax our body the same way, we rest our mind the same way, and we have a little anticipation of those little things would come in our meditation, right? And thus taking our mind away from just being still, being comfortable, and being peaceful. How do we deal with these things? Easiest way to do it is to reset. readjust whenever we start to feel that we have those anticipations. So we could build a habit for our mind. Again, it comes back to having the habit of just being calm, being relaxed, being peaceful. Reset and come back to being with that point of comfort, and the anticipation will go away. The rush in our meditation will go away. The desire to want to have more meditation experiences will go away automatically. But it does come back from time to time since our mind is used to having it. So when it goes again, set zero, reset, readjust, bring the mind back to being comfortable and still again. And that's, the more we do that, the more our mind will be able to be at this point, thus being able to progress with less anticipations.
Okay, Venerable, it is 10:30. We do have 2 more questions left. I don't know if I should just wait until next time to keep them. There's also a couple of comments that I can send to you directly with regards to the experiences today. In addition to the, there's a comment about Lompa's teaching earlier. That was something someone mentioned they'd like to learn more of. If there are more opportunities for other subtitled versions, they did encourage you to continue to share that.
Wow. All right. I'll see what I can find, and maybe it is very nice. I think it is very valuable, and to share it with as many people as possible is a very good thing as well. So thank you for that comment.
Okay, Venerable, since it is past 10:30, I'll go ahead and hold on to the other questions for our next session on January 25th next year on Thursday. So we'll save those questions for then. There are 2 more questions.
All right. It's coming to the end of the year, right? Giving ourselves happiness and peace is a great thing to do so. So be happy. We've accumulated a good amount of positive energy throughout this whole year. Next year could be another year of accumulating peace, accumulating positive energy, but even more this time. Doing more good deeds, doing more positivities for ourselves and the world, thus attracting even more positivities into our life. Right? All these things that we do doesn't go away. It's not for naught, right? It will bear fruit to us someday. And that fruit will make ourselves very proud. As a matter of fact, you could be very proud of yourselves right now. You are doing amazing. Keep going. Keep ourselves motivated in getting our mind happy and comfortable in being with that point of peace inside of ourselves. Then we could share with so many people around us and in this world as well. Thank you all so much for coming to join the full moon meditation. If you like it, you could invite more friends and family to come and enjoy. Just sit and find peace together once a month in our full moon meditation events. Right? So for tonight, I'd like to wish for you all first of all, a happy new year. And with all of the merits accumulated, may you all always be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, successful, fulfilled in all your wholesome wishes. May you be loved, respected, protected, and welcomed wherever you go. May you be the brightness of true peace, true happiness to yourself, your friends, your family, and everyone around you and in this world. May you be able to still your mind quickly and easily at all times and reach the utmost of happiness as soon as possible. Rejoice in all your merits.
Thank you so much, Monk Jackie, and we'll see you again in 2024. And of course, please do join us. Mark it down on your calendar, January 25th of next year, because we're already headed to 2024. That's going to be on a Thursday. Look forward to seeing you then. Until then, meditate often and meditate well. Bye, everyone.